Good day, everyone. I am Fabelin Sirata, the one who is in charge to discuss arts and creativity literacy. But due to the lack of time, I and my partner Lisa May Aprentado didn't make it to deliver this discussion face-to-face and even online. But I hope that this video can help you understand about arts and creativity literacy. This is only the continuation of Miss Lisa's report. Visual literacy. So, what do you think visual literacy is? Visual literacy is the ability to read, write, and create visual images. It is a concept that relates to arts and design and has much wider application. It is about language, communication, and interaction. Ang visual literacy is nag-refers kung paano kita mag-interpret kag mag-create ka mga visual images usually about communication and interaction with other. In the advent of the internet, students must develop the necessary visual literacy skills to navigate the image-intense world. Visual media is a linguistic tool with which we communicate, exchange idea, and navigate our highly visual digital world. The term was first coined in 1969 by John Debs, who was the founder of the International Visual Literacy Association. Debs explained that visual literacy refers to a group of vision competencies a human being can develop by seeing, having, and integrating other sensory experiences. Another meaning of visual literacy, according to Oxford Research Encyclopedia, visual literacy is the ability to interpret, negotiate, and make meaning from information presented in the form of an image, extending the meaning of literacy, which commonly signifies interpretation of a written or printed text. It is therefore based on the idea that picture can be read and the meaning can be through a process of reading. According to Nakay Serafeni, he asserted that visual literacy is a set of visual competencies or cognitive skills and strategies one needs to make sense of visual images. These visual competencies were seen as universal cognitive abilities that were used for understanding visual images regardless of the context of production, reception, and dissemination. Next, we will discuss what is verbal creativity. In view of the rapidly increasing complexity of the world, creativity is more important now than ever before, and it is even considered as a useful and effective response of evolutionary changes, since it allows the individual to flexibly respond to the continuously changing and conditions around. Divergent thinking is a useful concept for identifying, supporting, and measuring creativity as a process to actualize oneself, manipulate internal and external symbols as creation of illustrative ideas based on his or her knowledge, senses regarding people and object to produce on. There are four major components of divergent thinking, and these are fluency, flexibility, originality, and elaborations, which are very useful for an operational concept. Fluency refers to the total number of ideas, options, and solutions generated for an open-ended problem, while flexibility is the number of conceptual categories. Originality is the aspect of created or invented work and is about statistical infrequency of responses related to the task compared with original ideas. And lastly is elaboration. It is the ability to expand on an idea with details and the ability to create an intricate plan. The last domain that is belong to the arts and creative literacy is aesthetics. Britannica defined aesthetic, also spelled as aesthetics, as the philosophical study of beauty and taste. It is closely related to the philosophy concerned with the nature of art and the concept of which individual works of art are interpreted and evaluated. The nature and scope of aesthetics. Aesthetic deal not only with the nature and value of arts, but also with those responses to natural objects that find expression in the language of the beautiful and the ugly. The term beautiful and ugly are too vague in application and too subjective in meaning. Best example ya kara is ang paglantaw ta kang sang kabagay like merchan nga nami para ka natin kag nakadaan ang iba. Merchan man ya kada para ka natin bat na namian ang iba. Britannica laid three approaches to aesthetics. First, it is the study of a aesthetic concept or the analysis of language of criticism in which particular judgment are singled out and their logic and justification are presented. Next is it is a philosophical study of certain states of mind, responses, attitudes, and emotion that are involved in a aesthetic experience. Last is it is philosophical study of the aesthetic subject that reflects the view that problems of the aesthetic exist because the world contains special object toward which people act selectively as described in aesthetic terms. Next, we will discuss about integrating arts and creativity literacy into the curriculum. The following are the suggested strategies and initiatives in embedding arts and creative literacy in the curriculum. First is physical environment. We should design a physical environment to support creativity such as castle-designed school building, creative murals, beautiful garden, landscapes, colorful blocks and benches, structured music and art studio, student lounge, amphitheater, and many more. Second is emotional environment. We should also take time to create and maintain a climate of respect, caring, and support to someone when making mistakes. Another is project-based learning, where we should provide students time, space, and opportunity to express themselves, their ideas, emotions, and insights through art. Design and plan any projects that are relevant, vigorous, and real-world to attain motivation, engagement, and learning. Next is teach creative thinking skills. To be an effective teacher, we should teach our students about metacognition or thinking about their thinking. Isanin sa gamay lang nga bagay like the process of brainstorming, reasoning, comparing and contrasting, problem solving, concept analyzing, evaluation, and more. Other effective strategy also is alternative assessment. Scheduling. Schedule-centered and personalized learning. This is as a student-centered, dapat hindi natin pag-ilimit lang ang mga students sa mga naman-ananda. Hindi lang kung nga atin ng mga teacher permi ang isundon, kundi dapat pabayaan natin sa mag-share kaandang mga idea. Next is incorporate art. In this, dapat pabayaan talaga natin mga students nga magpakita ng andang mga talents kung sagad tanda sa arts. Integration of technologies. In our lesson, we should always integrate technologies so that the relevant pantana sa kadya sa mga estudyante, and also we should let them pass their activities online or sa mga magamit ka mga apps that is related also or magamit man para nga maging effective ang pagtundo. Lastly is preparing the body and brain for creativity. The best example in this is dapat mag-prepare man kita ka mga activities nga magamit gid ang body and brain kag da makapaminsar gid sanda kamayad nga magamit nanda ang under creativity. Thank you for listening and watching. I hope that you learned something on my report.